next speaker, who is Dory Going. Helen, can I ask you please to Helen's Dory's projector screen?
Yes. Dory will be doing project number 5, the Competent Communication Manual, Your Body Speaks. And the objectives are to use stance, movement, gestures, facial expressions, and eye contact to express your message and achieve your speech's purpose, and to make your body language smooth and natural. Now, Doreen also asked me just to look for 3 things for her, and I'm sure she won't mind me sharing them because then you can all look. She wanted me to watch out for her tendency to clap her hands, her tendency to wander aimlessly, so if she walks past, just send her back this way, and her voice projection. And the time is 5 to 7 minutes, and the title of the speech is Inside Out and Outside In.
Thank you, Helen. I asked Dory what her favourite Elvis track was, and she said, "You don't have to say you love me." She was once serenaded by a romantic and has always sung it ever since. Very nice. So with her speech titled Inside Out and Outside In, please give a warm welcome to Dory Going.
Hands up, those of you who attended English class at school. And keep your hands up if you attended body language class at school. Not one of you. Yet research shows that we communicate at least 50% through body language. Mother and Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about body language. What it is, where it came from, what its purpose is, and what they might have thought us had it been a subject at school. The Oxford English Dictionary tells us that body language is a conscious and unconscious movements, gestures, and postures, which demonstrate our attitudes and our feelings. Where did it come from? Well, we don't know. The jury's still out. The experts are debating. They don't know whether it was 400 million or 100,000 years ago, somewhere between the onset of apes and our vocal communication. What we do know is that some gestures transcend some 6,200 spoken languages. Yes, at the Commonwealth Games, when they cross that finish line, the arms automatically go up, and we know they are the strongest, the fastest, the one who gets the spoils. But even blind athletes who have never seen that gesture will raise their arms as well. So, what is the purpose of this body language? I put it to you that it is part of our #1 game plan. Survive. Survive at all costs. We are either assessing or displaying our emotional states. We need to feel safe. So we make ourselves look strong. Yes, Superwoman. Power Woman, was it? But we also need to belong. Because isolation can mean early death. And we are hardwired to mimic what we see. There's mirror neurons in our mind with the sole task of copying what we see. And we start with a smile. We do. We start with a smile. When I was a little girl, no, start with a smile. We definitely start with a smile. Yes, our body language, indeed, our body language communicates faster and more accurately than our words. When I was a little girl, just a little one, our neighbour, Molly McGrath, she used to say that she loved animals. And yet one day, I saw her approaching our absolutely adorable collie, Flossie, with her hand shaking on top of Flossie's head, and wearing her shoulders for earrings, and squawking through gritted teeth, "Good doggy, good doggy." Well, my body language told her, "I think you're the greatest liar on two legs." See, research shows that only 7% of people believe the words when the words don't match the actions. So what might we have learned at school had body language been a subject? We might have learned about the mind-body and the body-mind connection, and how understanding our thoughts and our feelings and the impact on our body, on our actions and reactions, and understanding other people's actions and reactions would have made us better communicators, build better relationships, have less fear, and thereby less bullying. So, briefly, it goes a little bit like this. The mind-body connection. We have a thought, or that self-talk, and it goes, "I might forget my words and they'll all think I'm dreadfully stupid." Picture created. Imminent doom. I'm under attack. Message to brain chemistry. Send in the army. And adrenaline is pumped into our automatic nervous system, which sends a message to the muscles, straight to fight or flight. And the cycle continues until we stop it. 2 suggestions. Change the thoughts, that's that inner voice, or switch mode to body-mind motion. Picture. I feel safe. I like these people. It's okay. Message to brain chemistry. Send in the testosterone. Reduce that cortisol, that stress hormone. And together, that mixture gives us the displaying of confidence. So my message to you tonight is to be aware of your thoughts and that inner voice, and to see the impact that it makes on your body and what difference that might make. But be kind on yourselves. Remember, it might feel like going back to first class, but you're learning to become first-class communicators from the inside out and the outside in.
That was some really good speeches tonight. Watch out next year, Chris. Let's take a minute. Some feedback from the board.
Feel like it.
Okay, well, Chris is exercising at the back there. Are you ready for Kuala Lumpur?
Kuala Lumpur ready for Chris.
So finally, not finally maybe, with his speech, his district speech winning speech, The Throw, please welcome Toastmaster Chris Bowden.
Picture it. You're backstage in a comedy club. The room outside is packed with people having their Friday night drinks. And in 1 minute, you're going to be on stage. However, you have no script. You have no idea what you're going to say. And you've never done this before. How are you feeling? Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you how I was feeling as I waited to do my first ever improvised comedy gig. Terrified. Well, how do you start when you do something for the very first time? Do you ease yourself in gently? Or do you throw yourself in and commit fully right away? I was a shy child. I became a shy adult. The idea of doing live comedy, let alone improvised, petrified me. So I signed up. Because I found if you want to grow, you need to throw. Throw yourself all the way in. But that lesson took me a long time to learn. I'm 10 years old. It's a family camping trip. You walk downhill and there's a big lake with a wooden jetty jutting out into the water. It's a beautiful afternoon and there's kids running to the end of the jetty and jumping in. Looks like fun. I'm standing at the edge. It's a 10-foot drop. I'm afraid of heights. You know that feeling when you really want to do something but you just can't? I had an idea. Dad! Yeah, mate. Can you throw me in? You're what? Oh, I can't do it. Can you throw me? All right. And with just a little bit too much enthusiasm, he picked me up, threw me into the air. Sometimes it just feels like you can't throw yourself. You can always ask for help. Sometimes that's not enough. No one was going to be there to throw me onto that stage. Sometimes you have to help yourself. I remember the day I told my mother I pulled out of the last subject of my engineering degree. I'll finish it next year instead. And her calm reaction. You what? Another year? Another? That's what you said last year. Are you ever going to finish? She took it well. But it was a fair question. I was 24, and I still lived at home. I got everything done for me. And I was 6 years into a 4-year degree. Something had to change. But finishing that degree meant taking the next big step into being an adult. And a part of me didn't want to, was afraid to. I really felt stuck. Just like I was on that jetty. I said, Mum, I know I can't keep doing this, but I don't know what to do. And she said, how can we help? I think I just need you to make some little changes and then I can move on. I was hoping that I could be picked up and thrown into adulthood. Instead, she said, you need to take some responsibility. Get up. Go throw yourself at life. Throw myself at life. I've been waiting for life to throw itself at me. That was when I realised. This time, I needed to throw myself in, which meant I needed to throw myself at. Mum, Dad, I'm leaving home. Well, after the cheering had died down, Mum said, are you sure? And Dad said, yeah, he's sure. And soon after, I was living in a dodgy student house. I had no money, no TV, no idea how to cook a vegetable. But I was happier than I'd been in years. And within 6 months, I'd not only finished my degree, I could cook 3 vegetables. And it was all so much easier than it had looked before the throw. I hit the water and I thought, oh, that was fun. And I climbed back up the jetty. Well, I must have grown because the drop looked so much smaller. I jumped in all on my own. When we're stuck in fear, it's tempting to do something small. But that won't give us the momentum we need to carry ourselves forward. We need to throw. In or out or at or over, but throw. And that is how I found myself on stage in a comedy club. I threw myself so far in, I couldn't back out. The lights went up. There I was. You think that timid child or that uncertain adult could have imagined this? It was exhilarating. I loved every minute of it, and I'm going to keep doing it. Ever since I threw myself out, I kept throwing myself in. It's brought me to the most amazing places. We can throw ourselves past our fears and out of their reach. When you need to grow, throw. And throw hard. So what are you waiting for? Toastmasters.
That was the winning speech for the UK and Ireland. Good luck, Chris, and please send your feedback to Chris. We will greatly appreciate it. Give you a few moments to do that. Or maybe you can do it later as well. Now we go on to the evaluation part of the evening.
Vote for best speech.
Pardon?
Vote.
Best speech.
You want to vote? Oh, okay then. Madam Timer, were all the speeches in time?
They were.
We're just talking about, well, were all the speeches in time? They all were. Thank you. Including Chris's, I take it.
Yes, by 4 seconds.
Pardon?
4 seconds.
Ah.
We're not voting you, Chris, are
No.
There we're just voting for the 4 main speeches, not for Chris. Yeah. So please vote for the best speech. Okay. Now we will go on to our evaluation part of the evening. And our first speaker was Gavin Collins. So please give a warm welcome for Gavin's evaluator, Matthew Willicott.
I was a little perturbed when I first heard Gavin's speech title. A convict among